As part of the 40th anniversary campaign, Dokkan Battles released 6 brand new manga units, including Final Form Frieza, Giant Form Piccolo Jr., Majin Buu Good, Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan against Cell, and finally, the free-to-play unit being Saiyan Saga Goku. So we're going to test them all out in this video, so make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I don't normally do a showcase all at the same time, but these guys all work very well together. They're designed to work together, so I thought, why not? We'll do them all together. Of course, we'll go through the kits and things like that as well. Quite a lot of it is very, very similar. We do have entrance animations as well, which are manga-based, looking very, very good. I've said this before in like the summer video. Make sure to go check that out if you haven't already as well. But I really like the manga style, if I'm completely honest. It's not for everyone. It is taste and fancy, to be honest. But I really like it nonetheless. It looks really, really cool as like the entrance animations and things. Even in Dragon Ball Legends, to be completely honest. Okay, so we are jumping into the Ultimate Red Zone versus Kale and Caulifla. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And of course, here is the team. Now, in the summer video, we did very, very well. The actual banner itself makes it very easy to pull these units. So we've got them all rainbowed, to be completely honest. So they're all rainbowed, where we normally do like a 55% showcase, but everyone's on the same level here. The only thing is they've got link level 1s. So just to highlight, pretty much all of them, bar the free-to-play Goku, has all allies, Ki +2, HP 150%, and attack and defense 100%. When the team includes a Super and Extreme classes, plus an additional Ki +1 and HP attack and defense 70% when the team includes all 5 types. Which, of course, we include all 5 types on this particular team. So that's good. And to be honest, that's quite an expansive leader skill, if I'm completely honest. But we'll have a look at the Frieza because he's on the first rotation here. He greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and seals super attack. And then his passive skill, entrance animation when there's a Saiyan Saga or Planet Namek Saga category enemy, or Saiyan Saga or Planet Namek Saga category ally on the team. A lot of these have very similar starting abilities here. So his attack and defense 150%, chance of evading enemies attack 40%, and all allies attack and defense 40% for 40 turns. 40 turns is crazy. Basic effects, Ki +2, and attack and defense 200%, medium chance of evading enemies attack. When there's another enemy or ally whose name includes Goku, chance of evading enemies attack 10%, damage reduction rate of 10%. Before receiving an attack within the turn, performs a critical hit. And damage reduction rate of 40%. After evading an attack, launches 2 additional super attacks, attack and defense 100%. For every attack evaded, just infinitely, attack and defense 26%. There's his links as well. Okay, this is the friend one, must be, because the link levels have gone a little bit. Who else have we got on this rotation? So we'll take a look at the Boo, take a look at the rest of them in the next rotation. Like I said, leader skills, the same. So we don't have to worry about that. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to all enemies. So it's an AoE with a high chance of stunning the enemy. Then he needs to be alongside or against an Android Cell Saga or Majin Buu Saga category enemy or ally. And he gets attack and defense 150%, launches additional super attack, and all allies attack and defense 40% for 40 turns. Basic effects, Ki +2 and attack and defense 200%, high chance of evading enemies attack. Recovers HP with sweet treats, sure, that's sort of just a Majin Buu Saga side of it, or Majin Buu. When there's an enemy or ally whose name includes Goku, high chance of performing a critical hit, damage reduction rate of 40%. When attacking with 12 or more Ki, attack and defense 100%, great chance of attack 150%, and then high chance of attack 150%. For every attack received or evaded, defense 39%. So they're all structured quite the same. Basically, to be as long as they're alongside each other, they've got their full passive active. Right, so let's give you those. I mean, I should have put mine one there, really. The friend one's got a couple of link levels, but sure. Let's do this. Then let's have a little look. So 509k attack from this Frieza, 241k defense. 506k attack from the Majin Buu, 259k defense. Remember, there's some damage reduction there and also dodging as well. So we want the Frieza to be dodging. 282. They do infinitely stack with these. So there's the dodge. So you get a boost up there. Majin Buu, AoE. Yeah, look, I think the animations look good. I can see why people may say no. I don't like it. I will be honest. But I think they look pretty good, to be honest. There's the additionals, because we've got a Goku on the team. A lot of these passives saying Goku on the team, etc., is because the only free one that they've given away is the Goku, so it makes sense that they focus on that. Dodge Frieza. Yep, nice, okay. There's the dodging coming into play. And now we get the entrance animations of the other 3 units, which we'll go over them. I know there's a lot more talking in this video, please bear with me, going over the passives and things like that. But I just thought it'd be better to put them all together rather than doing it separately, because you're probably not going to do that, to be completely honest. The banner's really easy to pull them. There's 5 units on the banner, and you're guaranteed 3, I was about to say Sparkins then, but you're guaranteed 3 featured units in every summon. So you're probably going to pull them. You spend like 150 or whatever Dragon Stones, you're probably going to get all of them. I got all of them rainbowed in 200 Dragon Stones, so you can't go too far wrong. Right, okay, the only one that's missing is Vegeta. We'll do that in the next rotation. So this guy, like I said, all the passive skills bar Goku's a bit is the same. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and supreme damage to the enemy. There you go, just to prove it is the same. Then with Gohan then, he wants to be alongside or against Planet Namek Saga or Android Cell Saga. He gets attack and defense 150%. He's orb changing from AGL to Tech. And all allies attack and defense 40% for 40 turns. Basic effects, Ki +2 and attack and defense 200%. High chance of performing a critical hit. When he's alongside Goku, changes Ki Sphere's STR to Tech. For every Ki Sphere obtained, attack and defense 10%. 5 or more Ki Spheres obtained, damage reduction rate of 20%. And he also launches additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. 8 or more Ki Spheres obtained, damage reduction rate of 30%, launches additional super attack. For every super attack performed infinitely, attack and defense 35%. So they've got a lot of infinite stack in here, which is pretty mad. And I do want to take them into the, the event that came out for, what was it, the anniversary, the one that's like 50 stages. I'd be interested to see what they do. So the Goku then, like I said, a little bit of a different leader skill here. All types Ki +3, attack and defense 50%, but that's because he is the free-to-play version. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn and supreme damage to the enemy. Then entrance animation, all allies attack and defense 40% for 40 turns. He gets Ki +2, launches additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Basically, for every unit, all the summonable units that you've got on the team, because you can see the categories there, but basically for every one of those units, he gets attack and defense 200%, chance of evading enemy's attack 10%. When there's an extreme class ally attacking in the same turn, medium chance of evading enemy's attack, and for every attack performed, attack and defense 19%. So it's not as crazy as the others, but he is the free-to-play unit. I put some link orbs on him. Okay, sure. I didn't realise that I had done that. Who else have we got on this rotation? We've got the Piccolo Jr. So raises defense for 3 turns, supreme damage to the enemy. This guy wants to be alongside or against World Tournament. Just World Tournament, is it? Or when a Goku is an enemy or on the team at the start. Okay. So attack and defense 150%, damage reduction rate 40%, all allies 40%, attack and defense. He gets Ki +2 and attack and defense 200%, damage reduction rate of 20% when he's alongside a Goku on the team. Additional super attack. When receiving an attack and defense 150%. When facing only one enemy, attacks effective against all types. And for every attack received, attack and defense 16%. So what I'm going to do is actually chuck you here. We'll give you... I kind of don't want to give like all of those orbs, but I do want him taking attacks. It's first time using all of these, so I've just got to remember how we buff all of them up. So if I do that, and then that gives you 9 orbs. And then Goku can just have... Doesn't really matter what sort of orbage you get, so we'll just give you that. And let's see. So we're not doing a lot of damage to start off with. There's the raised attack and defense. Once again, this is infinite as well, by the way. We're not doing a lot of damage to start off with, but that's actually really good because it slows us down here where we can start building them up. And I think they'll start hitting a point where that build-up will ramp up massively. Absolutely massively. And that's why the 50 stage, I can't remember what it's called, the challenge event. I do want to take them into that. The only downside to that is their passive skills, or like the raising attack and defense, is only for 40 turns. So that would actually drop off in that particular event. There's no other events that 40 turns would elapse. So yeah, it'd be quite interesting. Right, so Goku should dodge. Realistically, he's got a lot of dodging going on. Yeah, okay, good. Right, very lastly, like I said, I know there's a lot of things I'm going through here with the units. We'll go over Vegeta. So he is the very last unit for us to go over. With this guy, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and supreme damage greatly lowers attack. This guy then wants to be alongside or against World Tournament or Saiyan Saga. And then he gets attack and defense 150%, chance to perform with a critical hit 40%, all allies the usual attack and defense 40 turns. Basic effects, key +2 and attack and defense 200%, medium chance to perform the critical hit, launches an additional super attack. When he's alongside a Goku, he guards all attacks. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense 100%. When receiving a super attack, damage reduction rate of 40%, attack and defense 100%. Whenever guard is activated, attack and defense 19%. So that's everything on this particular team. Like I said, I know I was speaking quite a bit here, so you'd have to bear with me. Let's chuck Vegeta here, shall we? And then this Frieza's, okay, he is on 1.1, so he has built up a little bit because of the dodge. The Majin Buu will let... The only thing is with the way that they are building up and things, you kind of want everyone to be getting hits and or doing supers and all that sort of stuff. So it's quite hard to get them all built up. That was actually a lot of damage for us. So we'll see what happens moving forward. I didn't actually look at the health, but we are starting to build up here. Okay, Vegeta, sure. 907k here. So this is going to be a longer video. Just bear that in mind. But that's because this is going to be a slow build up. But once again, they'll all start hitting a point where they'll be doing crazy numbers because it's infinite stacking. Yeah, they'll have a drop off if we hit 40 turns. Do I think we're going to hit 40 turns? Not really. Okay, right, so there's one stack for you. Right, okay, so let's give you those. We'll give you all of those. So there's only, on this team, there's only 510k health. I say only because we're used to a lot higher than that. Where's everyone sat at? So Piccolo's 950, 801k defense. Gohan is on 1.5 million attack because he's builds up from supers. 722k defense. The Frieza's drop looking okay at the moment. Right, okay, so Piccolo, okay, sure. Once again, this is going to be a lot longer, but let me know as well down in the comments which one of these you pulled. Did you summon? And if so, who did you pull? Hopefully you got every single one of them. And nice and easy at that as well. Like I said, the way that they've done the banner, yes, you have to spend Dragon Stones, but it's 30 Dragon Stones. You get guaranteed 3 units. Granted, they're at random, but the pool is of 5 units. So theoretically, someone out there has done 2 summons for 60 stones and got 1 of each of the new units. Theoretically, someone has. Think about how many people can play this game. So it's not too bad to summon for them. And the thing is, I've seen a lot of people going, should I summon or not? I personally, especially if you're a collector, I would say it's worth summoning just to have a copy of the unit, because I don't think they have any plans to bring them back. I think it'll be like a bit of a hero scenario, because I think it's the same with Dragon Ball Legends. I think there's some sort of licensing behind them doing this, and I think that's why they can do it for a limited time and they probably can't bring them back. So if you're a collector when it comes to these games, you definitely want to summon, get at least one copy of each. They've also got coins as well, so you've got to bear that in mind. Like, when you get 24 of those coins, which you get something, I can't even remember how many you get. Is it 6 per summon, or maybe even 10, something like that? I think it's 6. You could just pick up one unit. So if you manage to pull all, like, 4 of the units, but you're struggling to get one of them, but you've got enough coins, you can just pick them up that way. So they have made it, whilst it is summons, they have made it pretty easy, in my opinion. Okay, right. So let's do this. We'll do this as well. And then we'll do this. So I do envision the way that this is going, because we want everyone to be getting hit here. 41, okay. Get hit or do supers. Like I said, it's going to take a lot longer. But we may get caught out, is what I'm thinking. Like, for example, the Majin Buu might get us caught out at some point, but we'll have to see. Right, okay, so we know that Vegeta we know that it's a super because of this type of event. So he gets, when receiving a super attack, damage reduction rate of 40%, attack and defense of 100%. What is he sat at the moment? 859k defense, 1.4 million attack. Is it even worth that, or do I hope for the dodge? I think I'm going to hope for the dodge. If we die or whatever, I'm just going to bring you back to this point and just work on, like... Because with dodge, he's got a lot of dodge. I haven't calculated it if it works out 100% or anything. Nice. Decent. But, yeah, if we die or anything, I'll come back and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, I want to see as much as we can out of these units, if I'm completely honest. Okay, Frieza going crazy. What's that? 14 million attack stat here? We're nowhere near fully built up or anything. 15 million, okay. And then we got Vegeta here. 13, sure. Once again, he just wants to get hit as much as possible. Thing is with him, it's when guard's active, which we've got because of the Goku anyway. But we're actually got quite a lot of type advantage here as well. So he's going to build up quite... He's probably going to build up quite quickly here. Just by getting hit and things. Nice. 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 Okay, so Frieza, are you going to dodge for me here? The reason I picked a Frieza as the friend is purely for his dodge aspects. Like I said, it doesn't really matter which friend you pick, because they've all got the same leader skill, as long as it's not the Goku. Right, okay, so this Piccolo is on 1 million defense. I just got to keep reminding myself. So damage reduction rate, he's got 40% as well. Oh, hang on, he's got 40, then 20. He should be absolutely fine here, I'd imagine. Let's give you all of those. And then we'll do that. So we're going to get a Dokkan mode next turn as well. We actually got our attack and defense raised again there. Okay, that's really annoying. Okay, so I'll be honest. I did the Kale and Cauliflower red zone a couple of times, and we just kept getting caught out. The biggest weakness of this team is 500k health against an event like that. And basically... one wrong move, like Frieza didn't dodge or whatever, or the wrong person got supered and we were just dead instantly. So I've come on to the Shadow Dragons. Obviously this is a very old Ultimate Red Zone at this point in time, but we've got this Shenron. What's his name again? I want to say Thunderous. I definitely can't remember his name. But what this means is, I've also noticed another weakness for this particular thing is all of the units on this team have Ki Blast Supers, which means that unless we specifically do normals, we ain't getting past this. So I've managed to just utilize this to just build them all up quite a bit. So they have built up quite a bit at this point, quite a number of them, and obviously there's more stages as well. So what I'm going to do is do this. We'll do this with the Gohan. The Gohan definitely is supered quite a bit. So he is on 3.3 million attack, 1.5 million defense. Piccolo's on 1.3 million attack, 603k defense. And we will give you... Sure, we'll just give you that, I guess. But this is what I mean. So ready? Yeah. But it gives us a good opportunity to build them all up. So that's why we're on, what are we on? Turn 8. And they've all built up quite considerably here. We are raising attack and defense just by being hit. Gohan's going to super. 18 million attack stat. It doesn't matter, though. So this is a good stage to really, I guess... Oh, there's a normal. Ramp up their abilities and things. And obviously, it's quite old at this point, so quite easy and all that sort of stuff in comparison to maybe some of the newer stages and all that sort of stuff. Right, let's give Vegeta this. We'll give you all of those. So what's Vegeta on? Vegeta's on 2.1 million attack, almost 1 million defense. He is going to be guarding as well. And then Goku, you can just have that, I guess. Another weakness of this team is because there are a lot of units who obviously wouldn't normally meet each other, like work well together in the ways of links and things like that. Okay, Vegeta, calm down. They just don't work well together. All their links are different, which does mean that does impact the whole team. But that's why they've got that extra support of attack and defense 40% for basically all allies. Right, we will do this, I think, and we'll do that. Then Gohan, you can have all of those, and Frieza. So we are Dokkan mode. I'm going to purposely not do that. Gohan, you can just... Frieza, you can just have them, I guess. Like I said, purposely, I'm not going to Dokkan mode here. We might actually kill anyway, because this is quite an old stage at this point, but we'll see. Yep, not do that. So they can ramp up quite quickly. Like I said, I imagine there's going to be a point where they just start ramping up quite a lot. It just takes a little while to get there, if I'm completely honest. Okay, this is actually pretty good. So we get all those hits in for Piccolo. And then Gohan, at the very least, will get one super in here for 20 million. So that they're at that point now where they start ramping up pretty decently. Or at least most of them. The only friend I could find as well was another Gohan, but whatever. Right, okay, I will do this. And I am going to... So they get extra stats and things, don't they? When they get 12 key, yeah. Do I really need that, though? I will do this, I think. Then we'll do that. And then we'll give you all of those. But it's not a bad team. But I have come to realise from that Kale and Caulifla, it wasn't quite as good as I was hoping, if I'm completely honest. I think it's mainly down to the fact of the health. They should have all had a lot more health, if I'm completely honest, to really make this team. Because they're on... What are they on? Is it 220% across the board? Let me have a double check with the leader skill, but 220 I think it is. Which is normally very good, but they've obviously got quite low health and things. And like I said, they're not linking very well or anything. So, I don't know. I mean, on their own respective teams, maybe they look a lot better. But you'd have to think of the passive skill condition a lot more at that point. You can still do it and get that off. So they could be worth supporting, and maybe that's further videos to do. Right, we'll do this. I think Ice Shenron's actually the last phase here. So, for example, if we look at Piccolo, let's look at the leader skill. So it's Ki plus 3, basically. And then HP is 220. And then attack and defense is 170. Okay, alright. So yeah, entrance animation, which is what you want to get off to get the all allies, which can be really helpful for other units. So I might have a little look at what I can do for further videos. World Tournament, essentially. So if you have this guy alongside maybe the other Piccolo Jr. or something like that, he's going to give all allies and be on a better leader skill. But like I said, I want to run them all together for this first video. Right, we'll do that. We're going to give you... Oh, we can't. He's locked in. Great. Fantastic. Let's give you that. So Piccolo is on 2.1 million attack stats, 1.5 million defense. He's got 60% damage reduction, so he should be fine. Even the free-to-play Goku's on 2.5 million attack stats, 1.2 million defense. So yeah, these numbers are starting to ramp up now. But we're pretty much at the end of this particular stage. Let's see how much he takes here from this. 76, great. 16 million attack stats. Like I said, we had a lot of stacks early on as well from whatever Shenron that was. Right, how's this Goku gonna look? 15 million. So this is the free-to-play one. He's still looking pretty good. Okay, and that's that. So I think we've seen the best out of them on this particular team. Like I said, I might look at other videos and maybe even just look at like them buffing up other teams and things like that, and them on like proper leader skills. So this leader skill is a little bit on the weaker side of complete missions. Okay, but let me know your thoughts on them down below. Who's your favorite as well? Make sure to hit that like, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, catch you later. Ciao.